I'll never forget. For the past 10 years, I've been keeping that promise as well with all of you here, and who's been a part of the events for the last 10 years. Creating the Path of Honor, which is 2,977 American flags. Tonight it's a little bit less than that, because some of our neighbors feel that they don't have enough respect to leave these flags where they are to honor those that we lost. So most likely tomorrow we'll probably try to replace those and make sure there's still 2,977 flags out there. And that's what they represent, the lives lost. And today we did our Patriot Day ride. That ride was all about uniting and riding as one, as we were united after 9/11. Our message tonight, hopefully you'll be able to take with you the good things that came from 9/11. And there are many. Evil and the terrorists that did what they did that morning have certainly paid some of the price. There's still a price to pay for what they did. The war has been going on for 20 years, and it will continue to go on. It may not be in Afghanistan, as our president says, but we still have boots on the ground, and they still are fighting for our freedom in our country. The 22 boots up here represent those who have served, fought for our country, and then came back. And there's a motto in the military, no brother left behind. But for some reason, when they come home, we don't keep that promise to them. 22 of our veterans are committing suicide today. That's what these boots represent. So we try to raise awareness for that, and to keep those families in our prayers and thoughts too. And we hope that one day they'll find the support to keep them whole again after what they experienced in war. Most of us will never experience that, what it's like to go to war. 1% of our country does know what it's like. And these gold families here tonight will tell you what that loss means and what that sacrifice is on the battlefield of war. Tonight, I'd like to introduce our Gold Star families. They'll be coming up in a few moments to read the names of the Marylanders and those killed on the war. We'll do that in a moment. But what I'd like to also introduce the McShane family. Where are the McShanes? There they are. The reason they're here tonight, that big bell you see on our rolling memorial, was created by their grandfather, great-grandfather, Henry McShane, uncle, great-uncle. Henry McShane came over, and I'll share this brief story with you. Henry McShane came over from Dundalk, Ireland in 1846. 1856, my numbers are right, he created the McShane Bell Foundry. They are still in existence today, although it's been sold to a company in Indiana or Ohio, I believe. The McShane family and the Parker family owned the McShane Bell Foundry for over 130 years, and they kept it in Maryland, they kept it in Baltimore. Tonight we will toll that bell 265 times. It's 103 years old. We received it when it was 98 years old. And when we got it, it was as green as the grass in these trees. And we sent it to McShane, which was over in Glen Burnie. They polished it up, remounted it on here so we can honor those not only lost on 9/11, but also for those who make that sacrifice. And also we honor it and toll it for children. We do it for our first responders. We do it for wherever we're called to take that rolling memorial to honor those. My inspiration for creating that memorial was by brother David Schlatter, who was a good friend with Michael Judge, who was the New York fire chaplain. Iconic photo. Father Michael was on Death Certificate 1 on the World Trade Center, carrying him out after he had passed when falling debris landed on him. So we honor them, and Brother David started the Remembrance Bell Project. For years he would loan me a trailer. He had 7 of them at one time with bells on them. And the way my mind thinks, I woke up one night and said, man, Brother David said I can't have a trailer this year. So we came up with the idea to create our own. This is the first and only rolling memorial in Maryland and the nation that honors the citizens that were killed on 9/11 and the citizens and our sons and daughters, brothers and sisters who made that sacrifice on the war. Just back in June, the Afghan and Iraq plaque, we added 17 names to it. There's a total of 158 names on the Iraq and Afghanistan plaque. We also wanted to honor those 8 Marylanders. It goes back to 1983, one of the first terrorist attacks on Americans and American soldiers in Beirut. 6 Marines and 2 sailors made that ultimate sacrifice that afternoon. October of 2000, 3 Marylanders were killed on the USS Cole bombing 11 months before 9/11. And then we also wanted to honor those in the global war on terrorism that served our country, came back. Many of them did tours of duty, multiple tours of duty, both in Iraq and Afghanistan. And then they were killed in training missions here in the United States, whether it was a helicopter crash, an airplane crash, a Humvee turnover, or just a mishap while they were training. So we want to honor those, and special guests tonight, I'd like to introduce you to Pat Capillari. Pat is Val Delaney Capillari's father. Val was a airplane pilot, Navy jet airplane pilot, and unfortunately she had crashed in a training mission. Also joining us tonight is Michael Lawler. His nephew is also inscribed on the plaques and remembered for those who made the ultimate sacrifice, not on war, but during wartime in service.